Well, I said I was going to do it. I said I would probably put together a video showing you how I'm moving all of my wiki material, my policies and procedures or SOPs, over to our website. Here's what it's going to look like. This is kind of what I've got set up so far, right, for ours. And it's pretty much done as far as categories and everything go. I just haven't moved all the articles over yet. But you can see I've got our patient care procedures, patient care policies, our scripting, employment policies, training is going to be located in one spot, and then all our resources. When you click in to patient care procedures, you'll see here it's just a list of them and all the basically table of contents or everything is over here to the left. All of this is in BetterDocs that I said it's what I use to set it up. It's a WordPress plugin called BetterDocs. We're going to look at that in just a second. BetterDocs allows you to customize all these details. So I changed the colors of everything and what all this looks like. And then when you get in there, it's just like building a WordPress article or blog post, and you're able to put everything in here that you need for your policies and procedures for everybody to be able to see, right? Our whole MUD procedure is available right here, which is a pretty complicated procedure that we follow in our office. Even things like our video trainings are able to be stored in here. So you can see I hosted a Loom video in here that they can watch just right in the back end of our website. And you can see that our website is named, healfamilychiropractic.com, but you just go to /wiki and you can get to what we're doing. Now, it is password protected, so only our team can get access to it, but it allows you to get in and do that. It's also searchable. This is the feature that I did that I thought would be the most useful for my team versus what we've been doing, and it's this right here. So if I just type in MUD, it's going to give me options for the MUD procedure, assuming it loads at some point today. If I type in, let's see, report. There we go. Now it's working. So report confirmation calls, re-report file flow. Anything with re-reports is going to show up in my options here, right? I can change this to MUD again, see if it loads something. Actually, I don't have it in as MUD yet. I have it in as makeup. So when I'm loading my makeup day procedures, those should show up in here too. Unfortunately, my internet's running pretty slow tonight, but that's what happens when you live rurally. But so this is what one of the things that I thought would be extra useful. There it is. It finally showed up. And so, yeah, all of these are there. The different sections are available for them to easily get through them all. I have a lot to move over still. And I was like, well, if I'm going to move some over, I might as well move them over on camera and put for the YouTube channel. So here you can see the documents that we use, that the DCs use, the doctors. This is patient documents. So this would be documents that end up in their files, right? So patients' documents go in their files, their day one, which is all the stuff they fill out, their new patient day. It's all here. So they can literally click these and it goes straight to the printable PDF, right? Where they can just print this stuff off. And these go in the patient file for the day that they get their first exam. So all that's there, so my team can go in and print more of those off in the future. So now, how do we do this? Well, let's look here at the back end of the website. So here is the BetterDocs dashboard. It's just a plugin that I added. There's free options. You can use it for free. I went ahead and paid so I could password protect it and do a few other things. And I did create the docs in here really easily. You just add new doc. You go there and you start to build out what you're going to build out for your documents. Let's go ahead and look at, here's the original wiki. This is what it was like, where it was kind of organized this way. I'm going to go ahead and that makeup day that we were talking about, we're going to go ahead and add the full makeup day MUD procedure, tracking procedure. We'll add this in there. So we're going to call this the MUD tracking procedure. I'm going to highlight all of this. I have to highlight all my text. And I'm literally just going to, and this is an actual link to a Google Doc. So I'm copying all that. I'm just pasting it in here. I'm naming it tracking procedure. And I'm going to put it in the patient care procedures category. And then I'm going to clean this up. So 2 times a week. So the TLDR, that works just fine. I want to take off these little short codes that are from the way it was kind of formatted in Notion, but I'm keeping the emojis. That kind of sets it apart a little bit. And then I'll look at it whenever I'm done, and we'll see if I like the way it looks or if I want to make more edits. Sometimes I like to make some edits on them. Let me double check this link. This is a... let me look. What is this link? Yeah, it's a OneDrive Word document kind of thing. So that should open to where it's printable. Perfect. So that can stay the same. I don't have to change the link. A lot of the times I'm referencing one document to the other in the links, and so I'm going to have to change those, right? Go in and edit all those. So there we go. That just copy and pasted, pretty easy, no problem. Let's take a look at the preview of it after this draft finishes saving. And let's look and see. All right, so here we are, TLDR. This is just a quick version, and then I've got it there. It already formats it pretty nice. I like that it creates these little URL codes for the titles, like the headings. So literally when I want to reference to like maybe Missed Mud, I can reference back to this particular section of this. So you just click that, it copies the URL automatically, and then I can literally, well, I don't want to do it now because it'll take me to something that doesn't work because it's just a preview right now. So there you go. The colors aren't there like they are originally, so I'm going to look at that and just see where it says purple. I wonder if I can change the color of that text to a purple color. Yeah. And then where it says red, change the color to red, kind of like it was in the wiki to begin with. And so I want to do that on all of these, and I won't do them all right now, but that's the idea. Yeah, so I think it's going to be just better for my team to be able to find all this information in there. It's already already exists. They've already seen it. It's not like they're going to have to go discover what these procedures are. This is all for refresher for them, right? They're going in to find it again to remember what they're supposed to do, because when they've done it previously, it was in the other thing and maybe they couldn't find it. They're constantly having to go back to remind themselves, what the procedures, what are we supposed to do when this happens? And so that's what this is for. So there we are. We're previewing it again. And this time you've got the reds and purples, which look nice. I like that. It looks good in there. So that's kind of our, I didn't fix this here, but that's kind of our process for setting this up. I've got a lot to do still. I'm going to be, probably updating these. The goal is to be done in the next less than 25 days. So this will be a lot of my outside the office time. We'll be working on this. I'm going to go ahead and publish this. It's going to show up where I want it to show up in the wiki. So if I go back here and I go to wiki, once this is done saving, there we go, it's published. I can go here, patient care procedures, and here's my mud tracking procedure. There we are. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy the URL to that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to open this mud procedure, which is not the tracking one. This is just like what we do. And I'm going to I'm going to edit this. So I can hit edit docs. And when I do that, it takes me right here. I'm going to edit this to the new link. Because look, it's the Notion link. See, it's not correct. So now it's going to take us right to where we want to go within the new wiki instead of the previous Notion page that it was set to take us to. So if I click here, I'll go into this page, and then I can go down here to where it says mud tracking procedure, click that, and there we are. Takes me right to the TLDR. It's great. So a lot of that to do back and forth, but if I do it in real time, like as I'm setting things up, then it should be pretty good, and pretty useful that way. For some reason, this does not like when I just search mud. Oh, I know why. I have a minimum characters as my settings. I just remembered that. I'll show you that too. So let's go back here. That's already done. So I'm going to go into the BetterDocs dashboard. And let's see. Let's go to the BetterDocs settings here. And the general settings here, there's a place where, and I'm going to change the name of this so that not everybody can get into it. But I can't remember where it is, but there's somewhere where you do your search settings. There it is, minimum character limit. So if I change that to 3, then mud would work next time, I assume. Let's try it. Let's refresh this. May have to clear the cache, but we'll see. Yeah, it started looking and found it with just mud. So that's all it was. There's a lot of settings, a lot of controls, access restrictions. You can password protect it in here. Not only who can use it, but just an internal knowledge base that's only available to your team, so that you have to be logged into WordPress to see it. All that stuff, you can have it, or available stuff. You can have email reporting where when things get updated or changed, it emails you. I don't have instant answer turned on. I had it on for a little while and I didn't like how it was set up, so I didn't use it. I don't pay for the AI chat bot. I don't think we need it. Then layout, you can build, and the design, you can go into like the legacy customizer and builder and change. That's where you go in to change the colors of everything. I added these images. I created these images in Canva here for the different color images for our main categories, and you just create a category image and allow the icon to show up here. So I did those in Canva and then put them into the WordPress media library to do that. And all those settings are here in categories, right? So and the categories look like all the categories you build out. So if I click here to patient care procedures, you can see that's the image that I set, but I, again, just made that one. So that's kind of the basics of how I used BetterDocs to transition a lot of my stuff over, my policies, procedures, or standing operating procedures. You can also create frequently asked questions sections. So let's look at the FAQs here. Obviously, those show up down here, right? So I named it, the FAQ I named quick access, and it's answers to the most common questions I get, right? So how do you know what type of report? Here's how to get to that info really quick. Where can I find documents I need to print? Go here. Here's the 4 most commonly printed documents, right? Did I put office policies on that? Yeah, I should have. Good. So like that's kind of what I'm going to probably have 6 of these quick access things, and these will rotate too. I'll go in and update them as things become, when we have new features, new things that we add at the office, I can put stuff on the quick access section down there. And I could move this above it and reorganize all that stuff like in the design section as well if I wanted to, but I'm kind of liking how that looks. So right now, that's it. I've already rolled it out to my team. They've started looking into it and checking it out, but it's not done, obviously. I have a whole lot of content to add from here to go into there. So like literally even just the MUDs and special appointments and some of this stuff, like this one, I'm not going to move that. That's obviously not even real. So I'm literally going to delete it right now. Boom. Yeah, and then here's another one. This one's a big deal. Like if they miss an exam or whatever, what do we do? Add that to that. So you can also build out subcategories and do things like that. I decided not to dig too deep into that right now. If later I want to organize even more into subcategories and stuff, I will. But right now I'm just kind of getting in the main 6 categories of patient procedure, patient policy, employee policy and procedure, training, resources, and that's it, right? So that's what we're doing. That's how we're setting this up, and that's going to be our wiki in the future. So a little change. I was really liking Notion, but like I said in the last video, had to move away from it for several different reasons. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, to this YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Tell your friends. It's pretty new. Just trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers and try to start spreading the word. I'm going to be more consistent with content, as I think I'm going to have a little more time lately, and I've got a lot of work to do in some of these different aspects that I can create content from. So I'm going to be doing both at the same time. So anyway, thank you again, and we'll see you next time.